everyone, how's it going? Today, let's take an in-depth look at the 2012 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1. And this is going to be a detailed educational presentation on the ZL1. We'll start it up, show the engine, get an exhaust clip, and go over the performance data, as well as show you a bunch of the unique features on the interior as well as exterior. And today, I'm at Hendrick's Chevrolet Cadillac in Monroe, North Carolina. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and start her up, let her run. As you can see, this particular model comes with the optional remote starting system. The exterior color is in a Summit White with a full jet black leather and faux suede interior. An absolutely incredible exhaust note. The Camaro ZL1, when you compare it to the standard Camaro SS, is quite a different beast as far as the engineering and performance features. 30% of the features that are actually found on the vehicle have been completely and solely designed just for the ZL1. Even little unique nuances to the interior, such as the full leather-wrapped steering wheel, but with a flat bottom design, satin silver accenting coming across here with your unique ZL1 logo, and red color contrast stitching coming all the way around. Also, unlike the standard SS, the steering system in the ZL1 is actually electrically assisted. It can detect the separate force between the front wheels and actually adjust based on the driving and handling characteristics to give you a better overall balanced vehicle. The leather is nice, soft grain, grip extensions off to the side here. There's also two different transmission options, one being a standard 6-speed Tremec manual transmission, as well as this particular vehicle's optional Hydromatic 4L90 6-speed automatic gearbox. Manual shiftability via the paddle shifters mounted on the back of the steering wheel, also standard in the Camaro for 2012 model year. When you put it in reverse, a backup camera automatically appears in the rear view mirror with integrated guidance lines. Put it back into park, and it disappears as if it wasn't there. Also, just for comparison's sake, in the SS, instead of the larger, more chunky shift knob that you have in the ZL1, it's a lot more slim and streamlined with a close ratio gearbox. And we'll go ahead and cut on the headlamps. They are automatic, fog lamps, and the hazards. The windows are fully automatic. And we'll go ahead and check out the exterior, shall we? The 2012 Camaro ZL1 isn't just another high-performance variant of the newest generation Camaro. It's also a pretty historical nameplate. Back in 1969, the ZL1 was first introduced as a limited production run vehicle, only around 69 being produced. With 430 horsepower put out through a big block 427 V8 and a sticker tag of around $4,000, it nearly doubled the price of that Camaro. And now, welcome back to 2012, where we have the newest rendition of the historical ZL1 nameplate. Like I said, with about 30% of the parts re-engineered specifically for this vehicle, you have a heavily modified body, all of the carbon fiber panels across the hood are completely functional and increasing downforce and making the vehicle slip through the wind like a little buttery knife. It not only has GM's second highest performing V8 derived from the Cadillac CTS-V, but it has a whole lot of other suspension goodies to go along with it. Now, I mentioned the CTS-V. The ZL1 also has technology derived from the Corvette ZR1, including the third generation of the magnetic ride suspension system. It also features a unique wheel, tire, and braking combination, including 20-inch forged aluminum alloy units, either in this black finish or in polished aluminum, mounted on sticky Goodyear Eagle F1 race tires measuring 285/35 in the front and 305/35 in the rear. Standard SX brakes include 365mm discs with 4-piston Brembo brake calipers. Up front in the ZL1 you have larger 370mm discs with 6-piston calipers for increased stopping power. Also lasts longer thanks to an integrated brake cooling duct system located in the front fascia. You can essentially think of it as using the same calipers as the Cadillac CTS-V, but they have 2-piece rotors that perform a little bit slightly better on the track. The engine, transmission, and rear differential all come with their own standard lubricant coolers, and the transmission is further chilled by an NACA duct at the rear of the underbody panel. All of the body modifications that you see, including the side skirts, the front fascia, the rear diffuser, the spoiler, everything works together to either cool the vehicle off or increase the downforce, produces a net downforce at 150 miles an hour. And as I'll talk about in just a little bit, this bulging carbon fiber center vented area up front actually does both. It cools as well as increases the downforce. It draws in more air into the engine, shoots it out over the hood and over the windshield, creating a more slipstream process. Out back, it looks fairly standard Camaro. You can see the back end has been altered with that rear diffuser, the larger pronounced spoiler, and the badging, but what you can also see here is the larger 2-stage quad-piped exhaust system borrowed from the Corvette. Now the difference between this is it has the vacuum-assisted flaps in the middle that kind of contain some of the sound at idle, but they're actually open upon startup to introduce that more pronounced sound that you don't get on the startup on the Corvette. That essentially makes up the 24 horsepower difference and 5 torque difference between the Cadillac CTS-V and the Camaro ZL1. And even with its heftier curb weight of around 4,100 pounds or so, all these engineering advancements and achievements let it set a Nürburgring time of around 7 minutes and 41 seconds. The most menacing thing about the ZL1s is power plant, consisting of a supercharged 6.2-liter LSA V8. If fixed with the 1.9-liter Eaton supercharger, the ZL1 produces around 580 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 556 foot-pounds of torque at 4,200 RPM. 0 to 60 time is a rather brisk 4.1 seconds with a quarter-mile time of 12.3 seconds at 119 miles an hour. Top speed with a manual transmission is around 180 miles an hour. And with a 19-gallon fuel tank running on premium unleaded gas, it achieves an EPA estimated miles per gallon rating of around 12 city, 19 highway. It's got a fully independent suspension consisting of McPherson struts up front and a multi-link system out back with a rear limited slip differential. Beefed up tower brace coming across the top of the engine, as well as a heavy-duty anti-roll bar system in the rear. Also that beautifully aggressive carbon fiber valance that you see up front, like I said, it actually acts for downforce, so when you have the air coming into the vehicle, it slips through there and comes out over the windshield, creating a more slipstream vehicle. Beautiful system. The interior is pretty standard Camaro with the unique ZL1 vents. Black high-gloss metallic finish panels coming across the door, wrapping into the dash, as you typically see in this generation Camaro. Modest lower storage, curved pattern, padded armrest with the color contrast red stitching, the Boston premium audio system. The seats are also uniquely styled to the ZL1, but as far as the actual structure themselves and the way they sit, it hasn't changed from the standard SS. The color contrast stitching coming across the side, your suede inserts coming up across the back, and the unique logo stitched into the back of the headrest. Also has side airbags, your full power adjustment located down below here, and unique aluminum door edge guards, aluminum pedals, as well as a manual tilting telescoping steering wheel. So let's go and see how this monster sounds. You hear that 2-mode exhaust system opening up as you climb through the RPMs. Plus, you just have to love that unique pop-off. Then shut her up. Nice and tight. Like I said, the ZL1 comes standard with the premium Boston 6-speaker audio system with standard XM satellite radio. Fantastic audio quality. Auto-dimming rear view mirror with integrated OnStar. If we look up in the top stack here, you have your interior illumination control, garage home link, as well as microphones for your hands-free Bluetooth telephone. Another unique styling key to the ZL1's interior is the suede utilization on the dash, whereas in the other 2012 model Camaros, it's a leather or vinyl type material coming across with the same stitching. The radio is pretty simple as well. Going across here, you have your preset stations, song information, changing your different band between AM, FM, and your satellite radio, CD, auxiliary iPod integration, your hands-free telephone, also through your OnStar, Seek, system configuration, basically all of the customizable personal options for the vehicle, back button, as well as your audio adjustments. Coming down, you have your single disc in-dash CD player, your lock and unlock, simple to use climate control system with 2-stage heated seats for both the driver and passenger, front defrost, rear defrost, AC and recycling, as well as your different zone adjustment here, and fan speed. Unique rally gauge pack down below with your oil pressure, oil temperature, voltometer, and specifically in the ZL1, a supercharger boost gauge. The latest version of GM's performance traction management system in the ZL1 is also pretty unique. It features a wet mode for more inclement weather, as well as different driver selectable modes, each going down depending on the amount of assist that you want from the vehicle's stability and traction control system. You basically have 4 different settings: dry, sport, sport plus, as well as full-blown race mode. Race mode is pretty much the essential. You don't really have any assist from the vehicle unless you start to lose control, fishtailing around a curve or something like that. It'll only kick in when it's absolutely necessary, so the car is almost 100% in your control. And, just as it should be, you can also turn the entire system off for full free-range driving mode. Power outlet located off to the side. Cup holders, stitched center console, modest storage, USB, auxiliary iPod integration with an extra 12-volt power outlet. You'll also notice that the speedometer has actually been raised to 200 miles an hour specifically for this unit. As far as the steering wheel, your standard radio controls, hands-free telephone and voice commands.
Ready?
Help.
Which would you like help with? Hands-free calling, turn-by-turn directions, OnStar info, or Bluetooth?
OnStar info.
You can say messages, minutes, my number, commands, or virtual advisor.
Cancel.
Cancel. Returning to the main menu. Ready?
Cancel.
Cancel. Thank you. Goodbye.
It's a nice, smooth, and pleasant voice, and it's actually very intuitive and responsive. There's not a whole lot of lag between commands. Very easy to use, and it walks you through it. All the commands are listed in there, as well as the owner's manual. Cruise control located here, as well as your driver information system located on the stalk here, in between the speedometer cluster. Your turn-by-turn guidance directions through your OnStar, with displaying that little navigation setup there. You also have a unique performance menu with integrated lap timer, coolant temperature, voltometer, pretty nifty. You also have top speed, average speed, storing your times, and the like. Also helpful when paired with the vehicle's launch control system. Your integrated heads-up display, your brightness, moving it up and down,
See, I don't care if you were in your car or at your house.
And different modes.
That song, weren't you? Violent Femmes, blistering the sun
G-force
back
meter,
a little bit. It's
outside
back
temperature
here.
and direction,
Sun,
and your intermittent wipers located off to the right. Very nice. I'm going to shut her down. And we'll check out the back seat. To gain access to the back seat, just reach on the back. There's a little handle that you pull forward and then slide it forward with the power adjustment. And like the front, for the back, aside from the different upholstery, it's pretty much the same as the regular Camaro. You have that large C-pillar in the back and limited room, but it's also not a people hauler. I'm going to check out the rest of the vehicle, shall we? Just for completeness sake, I think everybody's probably well aware of the Camaro's trunk from all my other videos, but keeping with the process. Narrow, just a little bit of opening. Just enough for any everyday tasks. Spring-loaded fuel cap. Same simple power adjustments in the passenger seat that you find on the driver's. Good sized glove box. I'm also a pretty big fan of how the door actually nicely blends into the door panel, curving down with the panel here. Nice and seamless. The ZL1 is an absolute monster. Not only can it perform well in a straight line, but it's built to be a true GT car and handle its way around the track, most notably the Nürburgring. With combination of parts in the Cadillac CTS-V as well as the Corvette ZR1, it provides quite a unique package that definitely pays homage to the original ZL1 back in 1969. Well everyone, I hope you enjoyed this in-depth look at the 2012 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1. Be sure to stay tuned next time, as a lot more where that came from. Take care everyone.